Varykino, living the Star Wars life.
Hey everybody, it's Matt here playing my character Tombs in SWTOR, and Aria is over there playing her character Bachelor, and we're about to go to Alderaan to have a look at the new stronghold that's just been released here. We're playing on the public test server. So this is a version of the stronghold that is available for access and to give feedback to the developers to see if anything needs to be changed. This is the second iteration of the stronghold. It's been released on the PTS in one way before, and a few changes have been made at that point. And there will likely be a few more changes made before this goes live, but we thought it was worth checking out in advance because we've been really keen to see this Alderaan Stronghold. I have to make a purchase first. Let's see what is available. Available list directory. There we go. Purchase cost, because we're on the public test server, is 0 credits. So that makes it available. Alderaan Noble Estate. I will travel there and then I'll invite Bachelor to the stronghold. Let's go. The Alderaan Stronghold, like I say, has been one that I think's been asked for a very long time. Alderaan's been a planet that's been available in the game since the start, and it's a bit of a fan favourite because of the scenery and some of the animals, some of the creatures there. And it's a very big planetary map. Oh, we're logging into our first vision of the Alderaan Noble Stronghold. Here we go. So this is a palatial stronghold. It's got a lot of outdoor areas that are going to be accessible to us as we open our way through the map. And it does have the vistas that are characteristic of Alderaan that makes the planet famous. Stained glass window that maps the front view of the stronghold. Okay, so the starting point is on a bridge outside the main palace entrance. So that was the opening cutscene. Let me get an Aria, aka Bachelor, into the game over here. I'll give her an invite. Yes. And then she can travel and have a bit of a view as well and give us her opinion. Did that come through?
Yep.
Cool.
On my way now.
Excellent. So she'll res here. And we'll go in and we'll take a look at a bit of the layout of all the decoration hooks that are available to us. All the different rooms. Now this stronghold, so far we believe, is going to cost about 18 million credits to unlock when it goes live. That price may change. That's for a full unlock of all the rooms inside and out. There are a number of rooms outside, including some semi-secret rooms like a series of caves that you have to find an activation point and blast open. And there are a couple of other things that I want to check out before we go in. This is the stream that I've heard people talk about that apparently is a good fishing stream. There we go. There's a fish. He disappeared going down. A fish in the stream. Come and have a look at the fish in the stream.
Yeah, I can see them.
This is
They're really pretty.
I think the recent planet Alderaan was the first place we saw fish like this in streams, and I think it's kind of cool to have them in a personal stronghold. Each stronghold they've added a couple of new kind of tricks or features that we haven't seen before. And animated fauna in the surrounding areas is one here. Okay, so let's
Does this area have any decoration hooks?
Okay, let's see where they start. Okay, that's nice. They do start all the way out here. Whoa, okay, so is that starship hooks out the back? It looks like it might be. So you can literally park your spaceships outside in that big open area. That's quite nice. And generally we can break. Yeah, okay, so we can break those down into smaller centerpieces and crosses. So that's pretty versatile. I like the way that we can break larger hooks down in a way that we couldn't when strongholds were first introduced into the game. What is that? Something? Hang on. I'm just checking this out. That might have been an optical illusion. Yeah, I thought I saw something move over here, but that might have been an optical illusion. Never mind. Okay. Oh, and I'll tell you what it was. You can just see over there, there are Thrantas flying overhead, and they're casting shadows on the ground.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I think what I just saw there might have been a shadow moving across the ground. Okay, so that's the main entrance. There are hooks of various types, large centerpiece hooks. I like the way, I mean, I'm sure everyone likes the way that we can now place a lot more sort of overlaid hooks, smaller hooks over the big centerpieces. It was quite limiting. I never able to place large things down, particularly if they were sort of conceptually interactive, like bars, cantina bars and so forth. It made a lot more sense to be able to place personnel and people and companions actually over that sort of decoration. So let's zoom up the main steps, check out the hooks as we go in. There's a vast number of large and small hooks, and again those will all be configurable on this entranceway. Just looking back at the vistas at the scenery, that's some really dramatic clouds up there behind us in the sky.
Yeah, that's neat.
That sort of almost oil painting angry sky. That's kind of new. I don't think we had quite that level of detail in the original, well, in the original game maps. I like that a lot.
Looking straight up, I can see just very soft snowfall.
Okay, when you get up to this level here, you won't be able to see it, but take my word for it. You can look back on that entire valley and you can see the extent of the hook layouts, the great big starship hooks. That's really quite a nice. That's really quite a nice valley. That sort of natural amphitheatre surrounded by those ever-increasing mountains into the background. And there you go. There's a Thranta up in the sky, and
There's some really pretty waterfalls off to the right there as well.
yeah, I think that stream, those water formations are pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, we both enjoy just the visual aspects of the strongholds as well as the act of decorating them, and I think it's really cool to have new features, water features. The game, water's always been, well, more recently been well represented in the game. Okay, that's the arrival, one of the arrival set points. I'm not sure if you use that as a set point for a character, if you'll res right here or if you'll res back on the bridge.
The bridge had its own arrival set point.
Did it just? Okay.
Yep,
So
and
this is
the cinematic console is here.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what we can use if we... It's often fun to redo the cinematics once you've got a lot of decorations in place, so you can actually get a feel for your customized stronghold rather than just the stock standard stronghold. Alright, so we're in the main grand atrium type hall here with the stained glass window, which was revealed quite early on. Quite a nice new feature. You can see that the rays beaming in through that stained glass window and reflecting on the ground are coloured in a very interesting and artistic way. If we have a look at this whole map here, we've got rooms off to the side: throne room, drawing room, study, guest chamber, and a exit that goes off to the mountain retreat. I think that's going to be a sort of a second level. So these doors, let's see, these are locked and require purchasing to unlock. This is called the drawing room. It is a small standard rectangular room that happens to leave our companions outside.
It's a nice little private contained room though.
Now you're a fan of this sort of architecture, aren't you? I'm sure you quite like the basic overall aesthetic of the Alderaan Stronghold and Alderaan buildings.
Yeah, well, there's elements to it that I really quite enjoyed about the stronghold on Coruscant that sort of feels like a city fancy stronghold rather than sort of the ruins like the wider part of Rishi.
Yeah.
I found myself only decorating the house on Rishi, not the wider areas so much.
Sure. Now I'm just going to do them systematically because I've got a feeling that some of these other rooms are very similar and small before we go into the ones that I'm making presumptions are larger. So this is called the guest chambers, and again a small rectangular room, very similar layout and size and overall configuration. This is the sort of place you can, well, as the name implies, set up for your companions or your guests to reside in.
I like the ambient lighting of these low consoles that shine a glowy light up the walls.
Yep.
It's pretty.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like it's not a dimly lit stronghold. I'm not a fan of the stronghold. Well, I'm a fan of most of the strongholds, but I prefer them not to be too dimly lit. I always find myself trying to purchase and add lighting decorations that are actually casting light on the characters and decorations, because a dimly lit stronghold's not fun. I don't like having your actual character shadowed. Okay, so this is the third room. That's just, is he coming in the door, or is the door stuck? There you go. You were halfway through the door.
Yeah.
Okay, so three standard rectangular rooms off this main hall.
They're a decent room though. You can customize that to be like a bedroom or a library or a kitchen.
Yeah. So we've got two more to explore within here. We're going out to this one called the throne room, and the unlock for that. Get that happening. A hallway.
Ooh, a hallway.
Yep, and this hallway has
Good deco hooks.
a lot of wall hooks for presumably banners and related decorations, and floor hooks. Well, remind me, we'll have a look at all the hooks back in that main hall when we go back out. I didn't really pay too much attention to that. Yeah, so the hall is lined with wall hooks and small hooks, so you can place a lot of Alderaanian type banners, or civic banners. And so this throne room has this dais for placing an actual throne on. There are a number of throne decorations in the game, chairs of various sorts. So you can put that there facing inwards so that you can have an audience with your minions or so forth, if that's the way you want to play the game. But this window is amazing. This is a really cool setup outside this window.
And it's north snowfall.
Yeah, that snow is fun. And let me just get rid of my user interface so we can have a real thorough look at this. So that river's continuing off into the distance between those mountains. We got snow-covered trees. We got waterfalls falling down multiple tiers, and yeah,
The light coming through that window really makes this room very well lit.
Yep, it does. It's very open, and yeah, that's strong light.
Yeah.
There's a light source up at, presumably the sun, but there's a light source, in-game light source over off there in the left-hand side of the direction. That's giving us ambient light in the room. So just looking at those hooks in this room again, this floor, this is one of the densest setups of hooks I think I've ever seen. There are no gaps. I can see no gaps in this floor at all. Well, maybe there a little bit, but these large hooks are all overlapping.
Wow.
And they can be changed. The layouts for them can be changed. This room can be jam-packed with all sorts of people and furniture. Highly customizable, I think.
I really like the gold scroll detail work on the joins of these tiles. Means that you can get away with not using carpets or rugs if you don't want to.
Yeah. It's nice when there's where the base decorations are actually quite attractive. But if I remember correctly, the Alderaan decoration bundles the recent Alderaan decoration bundles include a lot of tile type floor coverings with sort of Alderaanian house symbolism in them.
There's a design aspect to this stronghold that makes you feel like tiles and marble really work with it well.
Yep. It looks like it's been here for a very long time, so it's been built to last. It's been made from heavy duty construction materials.
Yeah. What's down this hallway?
Good point. Hang on. Balcony overlooks. So.
Ooh.
Okay, I can't see. I can't see hooks. Oh, there we go. Okay, sparse hooks. A couple of. That's a weird thing. The hooks only seem to be visible from some angles. Okay.
I'm sure they'll fix that.
Yeah, there we go. When we look back at it, we can see it is still fairly sparse, but it's not a hallway that needs a lot of decoration, I don't think. There's ornate pillars and archways and such like anyway.
Yeah. It has lights?
Yeah, it does. That that light that I'm looking up back at now, that looks very much like a standard decoration light.
Looks like one of the Jedi or Coruscant style ones.
Exactly, but it's already built into that hallway.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, we've got an open air balcony with waterfalls,
This is cool.
with ambient noise and a ton of floor hooks, very large centerpiece style hooks. That will take, so yeah, those are centerpiece hooks. They will take actual, some spaceships can be parked on those, not the full starships.
Yeah.
Not the full starships, of course, but those centerpiece hooks take some very large decorations. And yes, I am seeing correctly. Down there in the water are some more decoration hooks.
Oh, cool.
So you can actually turn that into some sort of epic statues, sort of built into the rock and so forth if you really want to.
Put some like Rancor having a shower.
Having a shower, yeah. They're highly customizable depending on your taste. And if you peek over the balcony there, you can see back into the throne room. So,
I think that's cool. I like being able to see, like you could put people or something else visible through the window.
Yeah, and you can look all the way up to those big facades up on the rooftop over there. But this is really nice. One of the really sort of attractive scenery aspects of Alderaan has always been the combination of snow, trees, and grass. It's not icy like Hoth. It's gentle snow, sort of springtime snow in some respects.
Yeah.
Where you can still see lots of vegetation. There's those angry or dramatic clouds in the background again. They're awesome.
I like the icicles off the top of the wall above the throne room window.
Yeah.
It's like icicles hanging off the guttering.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a cool room. I don't know. I like balconies.
Yeah.
Open air balconies.
I almost kind of wish there was a set arrival point on this balcony.
Yeah, we haven't discovered any
that
others.
That could be cool. No, not yet.
Okay. Oh, so that when you come out of there, you can realise how loud that waterfall noise was. That's quiet back in here again. So these doors have been opened, and we're going back to the main hall. Okay, so fairly straightforward navigation around here. I haven't gotten lost yet. And let me just switch on edit mode so you can see how densely packed this main hall is. Again, this is very densely packed. Again, we've got very little unexposed floor space. Again, I really don't think I've seen a stronghold that has this much versatility in terms of wall-to-wall hooks. It's crazy. And it's a high stud room. You can put decorations all the way out to the ceiling.
Okay, cool.
There are right at the very top. Those circular alcoves. This is something I haven't seen before. Those circular alcoves in the ceiling are actual hooks.
Oh yeah.
But they must be embedded into the ceiling because they're rendering as circular hooks.
Okay.
They are large. Technically, they are large ceiling hooks, but because they're embedded into the roof, they're rendering as circular. That's kind of interesting. So they'll take large lights, but you can sort of inset them into the alcoves in the ceiling. Okay, mountain retreat is where we're heading next.
Cool.
This sounds like a sort of a guest house type setup. Oh, is this a lift? Okay.
Yes.
So a room with a few hooks leading into a lift which actually has hooks in it. Intriguing.
Cool.
Mountain retreat. So yeah, press the button, come up to the mountain retreat. Let's see what we got. Alright, alright, that is an arrival point. You can set your correct character's arrival point there. And that is an exit terminal, so you can, I don't know if anyone actually uses those, but you can use those to technically exit. Down to Alderaan. Yeah, basic hook layout that you would expect here. There's a central pathway, there's an array of hooks down either side of it. That was pretty much as we would expect.
Wow, this is a really wide open area.
So let me just switch off those hooks, and we're looking back at... Okay, so that would be the main hall. So, I mean, it's interesting.
This looks like a path.
Yeah, I'm just admiring. I'm just thinking about the buildings that we're seeing around us. I mean, they kind of imply quite open spaces. I'm not 100% convinced that everything inside sort of spatially matches what we see on the outside, but that's okay. I can live with that. The snow is actually falling on us out here. That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, some open areas and some scattered hooks around here, large centerpiece hooks scattered out here. Hey, do I actually have there we go, I did not. There you go. So there's evidence that that's the sort of spaceship size that will fit on a centerpiece hook. And I actually kind of like the thought of that being used as a parking area. I don't know why. But yeah.
It's sort of like a helicopter landing. You don't necessarily need to have a runway to land starships.
No, and I guess it kind of fits with this palatial aspect. You'd have that sort of personal vehicle at your availability. So let me just make sure I'm not missing anything else out here. Lots of those hooks. Lots of those clouds. A big round room that it looks like we're going to go into. And the map tells us that the basic layout of this: western lodging, northern lodging, and that's the elevator back to. Okay, so before we go into those buildings, let's zoom over here because it is on the map.
There's a lot of icicles on this building. It's really cool.
Icicles, cool.
Yeah. Well, I know. I wasn't trying to make a pun.
Trying. Okay. Grand set of steps here. Okay, there's something going on here that we need to investigate, I think. Okay, there's a few decoration hooks around here. I mean, this is another one of these sort of natural amphitheaters. Looking back, I like this. I like this open, decoratable area that's surrounded by, physical geography as well as buildings. But ooh, interesting little. Oh, you stuck in here first. What do we got here? This is a ruin. A ruin. So there's a few of these, a couple of these around Alderaan. It's nice to have one in our backyard in some ways. So it's a rectangular ring that we cannot get out of. But it's got a lot of potential. Is that writing of some sort on the wall? Okay.
Yeah.
This is fun.
It's really neat textures.
Yep, and plenty of hooks in here. A large centerpiece in the middle. Yeah. And look at that. I like that light, the way that light's coming in and striking those the runes on the wall. That's quite cool. And okay. Yeah, so you can really see the colour in the stone over here.
Yeah. It's got a neat mottled natural.
So I've heard a few people talking about what they would want or not want about the.
Oh, good view from over here.
Yep, definitely.
Wow. Yeah.
What is down there? Let's have a look. Okay, so down there is that is a starship hook. Do I have starship?
Oh.
Down there, where I can, for instance, place my sandcrawler. Or a
snowcrawler.
This concert stage. It's tiny.
Yeah.
So I haven't decided who's actually going to live here, but I generally like to put.
That's a good fit.
I generally like to put the starship of the person that owns this. I'm going to go down and have a look at it from this angle. Oh, that's a bit of a step. I generally like to invest in a starship. I don't want to fall off that edge because that will ruin the live stream. But yeah, I like that. And there you go. There's a Thranta in the sky. Is it rendering for you as well? I don't know if we're seeing the exact same background animations in real time.
That's cool. They're one of my favourite aspects of.
Oh look! Remember the first time we played Alderaan ever, and discovered that the taxis were Thrantas.
Yeah.
And that was back when when quick travel points didn't function the way they did now. They had massive cooldown times, so you had to rely on the taxis.
Yeah.
But being on a Thranta, it was just relaxing, and it didn't matter. Some of those, because it's such a large map, some of those Thranta trips took minutes.
Yeah.
But that was okay.
But they were so peaceful.
It was okay. Yeah, they make their little noise and they just flap their flappy wings and take you from A to B. Okay. So
is this a whole little path around this rocky outcrop?
Yeah, this is nice. There's no. Well, okay, back here.
No hooks here.
No, back here there's a couple.
Okay.
They're sparse, but I actually like this landscape. I like this art design.
Yeah.
Look at these snowy grasses. I like this design. I really think there's been some real
This feels like a place where you could have a duel or something.
clever
there's like
thought.
trees to hide behind.
Okay, from this point where I am now, I can see another starship hook. Where I'm
Another
going.
one?
Yeah, down there.
Oh wow! Okay, wow.
Yeah, I can't quite see that.
That's cool.
That's going to be a tight parking spot, but I'm sure there's others.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Slightly more crashing than landing.
this little zone here, I don't know. I like this. I like these shadows on the ground. I like the snow-covered rocks. That's really.
The snow at base of the trees is quite cool too.
That's really nice. Okay, so that's quite a few things we've discovered and explored out here. Hide those hooks. Now there's two doors we've got to venture into: Western Lodging and Northern Lodging. Western, yeah. I mean, I don't know if those labels are actually reversed. I would have thought straight up would be the Northern one, but there you have it. Let's have a look in there. This one's called the Western one. It's facing northward on the map, technically, if you assume that north is up. Okay, open hallway.
Okay, it's the same interior design as the main building.
Yeah, sort of expected layout of hooks, lots of banner hooks on the wall. Are you throwing snowballs at me? I'm getting covered in
Yes.
snow.
We were out in the snow.
Yeah.
That's where you throw snowballs.
Okay, hang on. The map is getting. Oops, that's not that.
Oh,
That's
lots of different.
okay. Let's go this way, because this looks like a dead end of some sort. So that is a window. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
You like that?
yeah.
That is a cool window. That's the sort of window where it feels
Oh, it's like ground level.
yeah. But this is kind of like a a snowy mountain lodge window where you know it's freezing cold outside, but you're really warm inside. That's the vibe it's giving me. And
That window where you'd see deer walking outside.
yeah,
Or the Star Wars equivalent of deer.
yeah. I wonder what I can.
Are there hooks out there?
I will let you know in just 1 second when I do this. There you go. No deer.
Oh, awesome.
So I can't put deer out there. If I had time, I'd probably put tauntauns or something, even though they're not
Yes, that would be very cool.
not Alderaanian natives, but
Yeah.
I think.
Yes.
Do we have?
I
Any?
like the water that you can see behind him,
Okay.
like the sort of edge of a stream.
Yeah, flowing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's moving.
it's definitely springtime because that river is thawing. Yeah, it gives that impression
Yeah.
of a mountain runoff.
Mm.
I like that. Hang on, I'm just going to check out the ceiling light situation in this room. All right, there's a couple of large hooks.
Cool.
And I don't like those crystal lights, to be honest. Vines. These ones are actually. Let me just chuck something up here just for the heck of it. Yeah, so that is actually casting some light into the room. So there is a lot of light in these rooms from the windows and from the
Yeah.
lights that are built into the general architecture, but you can expand on that.
Mm.
So we are still in the area that is called the Western Lodging.
I really like these low glowy orb lights on the walls.
Oh, hang on, you're a little bit behind me.
Oh, they're down the hallways as well.
You mean along the foot level? Yep.
Yeah.
Now look at this side, around this corner. Look, it's a window, just a random window.
Yeah, I just saw that.
That is interesting. We might see that when we go out again. Okay, here's another room that I need to unlock. Expand. Door's broken. Hang on.
Oh no.
No, it is. Oh, okay.
Can you fit?
I don't know if I broke that or it is a bug, but that door does not open. Not for me today.
No. Oh well.
It says
That goes to the northern lodging.
yeah, so there might be a connection.
So,
Let's see if we can get
yeah.
to it. I wonder if that's because we haven't unlocked it yet. Let's see.
oh, they cross over when you watch the animation of the doors.
Yeah, it's
They're
broken.
going the wrong way.
Ah, okay. But
Yeah, they cross.
yeah, so the
Instead
animation's
of opening
broken,
back.
but
Yeah.
it's actually creating a physical barrier.
Yep. Oh well, we'll go have a look at the room from the other entrance.
Now, if I'm correct, if we look back and I'll come through here and look through the direction I was looking, I think that is the window we were just looking out of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
they're quite sort of mirrored,
Yeah.
so you can't see in.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, no, I'm just getting a bit dizzy here. So, okay, that room opens okay. That room might open okay automatically because I unlocked it at the other broken door.
Hmm.
Alright, and again, decoration
The
hooks.
lighting effects of these orbs is so pretty
Yeah.
to glow up the wall.
Yeah, that's an interesting texture on the
Put
wall.
paintings or some sort of wall sculptures like they're sort of spotlighted.
Yeah. Oh, every time I go outside I get snow on me. How's that happening? Okay, so
There's another window.
yeah. Alright, now let me just examine the map because we're getting branching. Alright, so this looks like it would connect. Yeah, that is the same broken door.
Okay.
So standard rectangular rooms that are actually joining up. So this is quite an interesting building. It's got multiple exterior entrances. It's actual rectangular rooms and connecting pathways, and we're culminating in another one of these big wide lodge style
So
rooms.
pretty.
And look over there because it hints at lots of shade from the big mountains, hints of the sun through the trees. Back inside, wall to wall hooks, very large hooks, configurable. Yeah, so that each of these windows has a slightly different aspect, a slightly different view. Some of them have water, some of them have grass, some of them have sun, some of them have shade. Alright. No, I don't want edit mode, I want to check out the map, and I think we've examined all of this lodging.
Yep.
And don't want to get too lost, but we're going back to the open snowy area that leads back to the grand hall. Now and so again over there to our right is the area known as the ruins. It's not a room per se, but
The store won't let me out.
I'll have to go and open it for us.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's not reacting the same way as normal doors. Thank you.
Okay, now I'm going to head back through the main hall because there is stuff around there that we have yet to investigate and elucidate, including, oh hang on, what's that? Did we do that door?
Which door?
Oh yeah, is this a fake door? This is a fake door. Okay, that looks very much like the functional doors, but
Yeah,
it's
it does.
not a functional door. Okay.
No.
Trap
Oh well.
for young players.
Mhm.
Okay, let's take our giant. Yeah, open door. Open, I say.
It's elevator.
Ah, okay. I can't see it because I'm still in my
Yeah.
giant vehicle. Hang on.
Take
I'm
the
missing
elevator up. I forgot that we're taking the elevator down. That's a nice entranceway though, because you res in the elevator.
And unlike other strongholds, they may fix or change this. It's telling me that you cannot mount indoors. You cannot drive your vehicles around inside your palace, which is odd because you can drive your vehicles around your Coruscant apartments.
Yeah.
But that's
Even
okay.
though it's a lot harder to get a speeder into that building.
Okay, where are you going? You're looking through. You
Sorry,
that's
it's
just looking.
It's just pretty.
Yeah. There's a few things that we need to discover that I haven't fully worked out yet, but I know there's more to see out in this direction.
There was a stony rubble path
Okay.
that looked like would be intriguing to explore.
Okay, I can see on my map, and you should see it on your map, there is a exit called Killick Grounds that is at the top of the map, so we've got to work out how. That is the cave that I suspect we need to find a particular way to activate. So you saw a stony path. Is that over there on the lead on?
Yeah, I could see it when we were on the bridge. There's a wooden balcony up there.
Oh, yep. Can we get up there?
I think it's from this path. I don't know. It looks like there's a path here.
I'm just taking a second to look at the
Wider area.
Yeah, there are sort of these hints of paths and amongst, you know, trodden paths and amongst the grass. I like it. And yeah, hang on, I'll get out of my speed of X. It's kind of ruining the vibe. And I'm just going to look back at the palace, and I am going to clear. There we go. I'm just turning off my UI. There's a Thrender over the palace.
This is a neat place.
Oh, I'm just looking at the palace, and I'm looking at the Threnders in the sky, and I'm centering that for effect. I'll be with you in a moment. Okay, that's very cool. And I'm looking at the grass by accident, and I'm trying to find you on the map. Okay, over there. How did you get up there?
I just walked up the stony path.
I didn't see the entrance to the stony path. It's just sit here.
Okay.
I think I found it.
Coming.
Oh, it is very. It's like natural steps, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Zoom.
Yep. Look, there's a little campfire.
Okay. All right. This is cool. Is there anything interactable? It feels like this should be.
Yeah, there's a console.
That says explosives console panel, and that is what I've heard about. Look over and hang on, I'll tell you which direction to look. You see the direction I'm facing?
Yep.
That is the direction that the map is telling us the Killick Caves are.
Oh yes, I see.
Okay, so but they're not visible, and I believe this is going to reveal them when I expand.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
That was cool.
That's a one-time effect. I don't think. Yeah, see the panel's gone. That's a one-time animation for opening that aspect of the stronghold. Very interesting. Very interesting. Fun. But once it's done, it's done.
It reminds me of unlocking the access up to your hovering starship on the Rishi Stronghold.
Right.
Once you unlock that access, the terminal changes.
Yep. I like this sort of real low level, gentle stream. It gives the impression that, yeah, it builds up a little bit in spring. It never gets wildly torrential. It's always fairly peaceful.
I can see the fish over here.
More fish?
Yep.
Okay. I've got a noise.
Fish. Oh, yes, I can see about 10 from right here.
Right.
1, 2,
Yeah, there's plenty.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 fish. Oh, no, 10 over there.
There are many fish, yeah. They're
Yes.
coming and going.
They're so pretty.
I've got many on my screen right now. Hang on, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. Okay, they're kind of... They don't have a lot of detail up close, but that's okay. They don't really have faces. But there are many. Hang on, that's where I'm standing. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm just going to do this as well. Look at that. I don't know if you can see which direction I'm looking in, but there is a very cool reflection on the water.
Cool.
Looking back.
I like the added element of fish. I spent probably too long in the Shroud playable chapter looking at the fish. Yeah, I love that. Oh, it's telling me I can't mount here.
That feels a bit odd. Again, that's something that's quite possibly going to change. Yeah, because we're still outdoors. All right. And it's
What are the hooks like around in this area? Any at all?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I guess because this is where you would have exploded.
Yeah, okay.
So it might be a bit hard to put hooks.
There's a couple of tiny hooks up, well, medium hooks up here. But that may change. I would not be surprised if that changed. There was a lot of change once they got feedback on Rishi, which was the first stronghold they put on the PTS for feedback.
Oh, this is pretty. The sort of little purple glowing bugs, I guess.
Yeah, they're just everywhere, sort of ambient. So we got hives, we got uber glowy. Oh wait, this is an interactable. This says kill it control. Okay, this mound thing over here.
Oh, yeah.
This lets me. There we go. This lets
I
me.
can click on it too.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. This lets me select the density of NPCs. What do you know?
Mhm.
So
Is this the first stronghold with built-in NPCs?
yeah, it is, isn't it? I don't think any of the others even have vendors. So and
No.
that's it. Again, that's another innovation that I actually really appreciate. You can switch them off fully.
Hmm.
The number of NPCs. I don't know. I think I'd actually have them on a little bit just because of the novelty, just because of the variety. I don't know what I'm going to put in here. How I'm going to use the space. Okay, the area we're in now has no hooks.
Okay.
But then that's the exit. I've got them turned around. But the area that you are in now, ahead of me, has many hooks.
Cool.
So all around the central mound. Okay, this is a full-on Killick hive with lots of Killick structures, and all around the base there are large hooks and medium hooks and small hooks and Killicks.
Are there any light hooks?
No, because there's no. Well, there is a ceiling of sorts straight out, but
Because I was wondering if that's why they've put glowing eggs on the ceiling
yeah.
to kind of create that lighting effect. There's like a little timed animation. There's like sort of dirt that falls from the ceiling every so often.
Yeah. I never
It's
look at
kinda
this guy
cool.
up close. Talk to this guy. Sometimes I don't think we pay enough attention to the detail put into the NPCs. You know, sometimes you even fight people without even really closely looking up.
No, I tend
the
to
detail of their
play
designs.
a little zoomed out so you
Yeah.
don't see it.
Yeah, it's not. But yeah, it's cool. He's working hard doing his killicky thing. I guess he lives here. So that is where we came in over there. So there's a dead end up here, and that might be about it. Oops, soldiers. Okay. Yeah, just a straight up dead end. Oh, squishy ground. What is that on the ground? That looks. This looks like it should be something. See this? I don't know what that looks. That's weird. Those sort of artifacts on the ground.
Oh yeah.
I've got no idea. I'm gonna get stuck. But I just.
Yeah, don't get stuck.
But this, I'm stuck. I am stuck.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna have to unstuck.
Oh, I'm stuck now. Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh, well, okay, that put me right outside.
Okay.
I'm going to zoom back because I haven't quite finished digesting the layout of that
Okay.
yet. So I'm back on the bridge, so it's not too far from this
Oh yeah.
area.
I'm not sure what the texture of this when you're looking back at the entrance tunnel. There's like this interesting green textures on the walls.
I'll get there. How far ahead are you?
Like if you come to
This
where
with
I
this-
am
with
and
this-
then look
with
back.
with the spirally fingerprint type patterns
Yeah.
on it. Yeah, I think that's just.
Interesting texture.
I don't know if that's natural formation or if that's part of the Killick colony. It almost looks. It could be sort of organic material that's been laid down as part of the
Yeah.
Killick hive, because the brown structures have that sort of concentric
Like
ring.
cracked mud.
Yeah. This guy's burrowing. All right. Interesting area. Interesting feature. Like I say, I'm not sure how I'm going to use it because it's kind of the Killick's home.
Yeah. It reminds me of the secret sort of underground cave in the Yavin 4 stronghold.
Yeah, they're fun to visit.
Separate away from the buildings.
And I put a few interesting decorations in those, but I don't occupy them per se because
I didn't see if there was a rival terminal for this area.
No, they're not to my knowledge.
Because there is a hidden one for the cave on Yavin 4.
Yeah, No, you cannot spot such a thing at this point. So so we've only seen 3 arrival points, haven't we? One on the bridge, one at the door to the main hall, and one at the top of the elevator for the rear area up to the retreats.
You have to get to this far out from the cave entrance to be able to mount.
I know. I hope they change that.
Yeah, it's a shame you can't just speed her right up to the tunnel.
Well, generally you don't want moving around your strongholds to be a chore. They're supposed to be fairly efficient.
Particularly since this is so much bigger than the originals, like Coruscant and Dromacas.
I mean, if you want to take your time moving around a stronghold, that's all well and good, but generally you have things to do when you're up here. You might want to engage in a bit of role-playing in terms of laying down your decorations and the headcanon that you might have associated with that, but generally you have things to do at your stronghold. You want to dump things in your bays and park your character with some rest XP if you need that. Okay, those waterfalls are loud.
Are there decoration hooks out here?
Yeah, I'm getting that.
There's lots of fish.
There are no decoration hooks. Back here there are a couple.
So none in the water?
No, okay, back this zone here is where we've got the gigantic starship scale hooks.
Cool.
Okay, where I'm standing on one now. I don't know if I've got a starship that'll... Yeah, there's a starship, and I haven't got any really giant ones. I've got that. I've put that down. Yeah, I haven't got... I've used him up. I'll plonk that there just for the heck of it.
That's cool.
And there's smaller hooks here. I don't have much to put on those. I've used up my... Oh, you do that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Although I'd probably put it in the sun rather than shade. It looks a bit cold there. There's a little bit of a landing up here. I'll just check this for hooks and features. Now there are supposed to be taxi points around this stronghold to speed access from a couple of points, and I've heard that they're supposed to be Threntas as taxis.
Cool.
But I cannot see them. I haven't seen them as we've been moving
No,
around.
I haven't seen any.
And I've heard other people, because we'd expect them to be a nest, as they are on Alderaan. They sometimes have a vendor associated with it, but there's usually a Threnta nest that the Threnta hangs out over when it's it's not flying, and I can't see that at this point. I wouldn't expect them to be all the way out in this sort of inaccessible area. I'd expect them to be in convenient, useful areas, and I cannot see those.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Just climbing up here.
How do you get that? Up.
Just up the rocks.
One or two of the I noticed. Can you do that? Yep.
Yeah, I got up.
Yeah.
See, like that would be a good place to put a Threntra.
Yeah, possibly.
Sort of tucked out of the way. Or a speeder bike that matches up with a Threntra near somewhere.
Yeah. That's a bit little. Okay. Feels like the place needs a few of those.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
I don't remember where they came from, to be honest. There's a lot of them, and I don't know if that is a consequence of just being... What is the source achievements?
Ah.
Noble throne facade. I have 1,000 of them. And for the life of me, I cannot remember which achievement they relate to. That's embarrassing, but that happens a lot. Alright, so I think we're done. Anything else you want to look at again, or are you happy with what you've seen?
It's really neat being able to see it in person. I
Overall
love
impressions?
all the scroll work and details.
Well, yeah, look over
the
here.
lighting.
Look at this.
Yeah.
This side.
It's got a neat mix of textures. Like these feel like metal emboss.
Yeah.
And
the gold touches.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Just while you're talking about your favourite features, I'm just going to rerun the cinematic, or at least I think I am.
Yeah, I liked as big as Rishi was, but I just found it really hard to decorate. This one's got more house buildings. I really wanted to love Rishi, and I put most of my best decorations in my household, but I
Yeah.
didn't end up decorating the rest of it. Even with the huge starship overhead, I just don't use it.
Yeah, it almost hit the mark, but it was just trying to be a little bit much, I think.
Like, I like decorating outside, but there was just something about it that just felt a bit more junky than a house. I really was excited to have my own beach,
Yeah,
and I've decorated the beach because I can see it from my house on
yeah,
Rishi,
yeah, but you don't go down
and
there that often.
I think I probably would have persisted trying to decorate the rest of Rishi if it wasn't for the PvP zones that keep switching things off. I just find that I never like to drive or taxi through them.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of nice areas, but yeah, the functionality that you cannot override, that you can't just switch off that functionality, would probably have made them more useful. Okay, let's wrap things up. This is the Alderaan Stronghold on the public test server. We don't know exactly when it's going to go live. We don't know if there's going to be a couple of additional changes, but we're very much looking forward to it, and we're going to have to make a decision about which of our respective characters are going to live here. I think I'm probably going to get stuck straight in and actually decorate it up. It's one that I think I'll want to use fairly solidly and attribute it to a specific character and build a living space for them.
Yeah.
So once we've done that, we can actually come back and have a look at our respective strongholds and see how you've implemented yours and how I've implemented mine.
Yeah.
And maybe by then they'll have the Thranta taxis in place so we can actually fly around our own Alderaan strongholds in our own friendly, domesticated, semi-domesticated Thrantas. I look forward to that.
Yeah.
Alright, so we should sign off for now. This is Matt and Anaria playing Tombs and Benchler, taking a look at the Alderaan Stronghold on the public test server in Star Wars: The Old Republic. We'll be embedding this YouTube video with a few screenshots on our website at Varykino.com. You can also follow us on other social media on Facebook, Varykino.com, and Instagram, also Varykino.com. So thanks for joining us. Let's sign off here.